Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Bahashim Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before that taught us His truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out there pushing the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. All right, this is going to be a quick lesson on what I believe is going down right now through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Not being spoken about, so we're going to start right here at Zephaniah 11, Salakia 1 and 11. Howl, howl ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. Let's read that in the NIV. Wail, you who live in the market district. What market? The stock market. All you merchants will be wiped out. All who trade, right, with silver will be destroyed. That word trade, traders, day traders. What is a day trader? Let's look that up real quick. Let's look up the phrase day trader. Let's see. Definition right here. Salakia, bear with me. Official site. Day trader definition and meaning, Webster's. Okay, a speculator who seeks profit from the intraday fluctuation in the price of a security or commodity, right? Remember trading places? Commodity, by completing double trades of buying and selling, see this? Or selling and covering during a single session of the market. Day trader. Okay? You're playing the market. And the market is like playing the lottery or going to the casino, if you will. Okay? Gambling, basically, is what it is. Put options, the whole thing. Right? You're a speculator who seeks profit. Right? Playing the market. All right? That's what a day trader is. So back to this. Right? So these words, trader, market, okay, buying and selling, okay, commodity, those are the key words. Now we go back here. Well, you who live in the market district, there's the word market. Okay, Wall Street is the market district. All you merchants will be wiped out. All who trade with silver will be destroyed. Okay, traders. All right, dealing with the monetary system, because we're in the middle of doing away with the old system of currency, which is dollars and cents, moving into what they call the CBDC. All right. Now, we established that the CBDC is actually the CHIP. Okay. And that's not being talked about. The man, I forget what his name is, he says, what is the nature of the CBDC? What does it look like? And then he holds up his hands, like within an inch, holds up his fingers, and it goes under the skin. Okay? He didn't say CHIP. He said, what does the CBDC look like? Okay? Going into this. So, all right, howl ye, it says, all you merchants will be wiped out. Okay? So, the wipeout is coming soon. How are they going to make the switch from cash money to digital, to a digital system? They're going to take everybody's money. Okay? It says, all your merchants will be silenced. All who weigh out silver will be cut off. Well, here comes the cutoff. All right? Why? All right, let's go back here real quick to day trader. Where did that go? Where did we get that? Shall become a U.S. special day trader definition. Okay. What does this say? It says, or a commodity by completing double trades of what? Buying and selling. Or selling and covering. Buying and selling. What does that sound like? It sounds like this. Revelation 13. Let's find these words. Buying and selling. You know where it's going. Let's go to 17. And that no man, Revelation 13 and 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save that he had the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Save that he had the charagma. What charagma? This charagma. 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads. Neuralink, or the CBDC, which is the micro C-hip. All right? So, what happened on Friday? This weird guy, right? This weirdo, okay? Stephen Van Meter, I guess he calls it, 18 hours ago. What does it say? Trade with machines, okay? Yellen, all right? Forget her first name. Calls for emergency meeting. See that word? This is on Friday. Janet Yellen. Okay. Calls for emergency meeting as surging depositor outflows threaten to crash more banks. Okay, this is very telling. What does surging depositor outflows mean? That means a runs on the bank, which is destroying their whole plan of the first week of April, implementing the FedNow pilot program. And then in July, bringing in the whole program. Okay, that was the plan before surging depositor outflows began to threaten more bank crashes. So it's not going according to the way they want it to go. What did they do? They called an emergency meeting to do what? To move things up before the whole thing crashes. They had to, hey, Satan knoweth that he hath but a short time. So he's coming down with great wrath. What is he about to do? He's about to take everybody's money. All right, so let's listen to a little bit of this, because this guy is going around the whole situation. But what's important is that Janet Yellen, right, called an emergency meeting on Friday. Why? Because whatever the meeting was about, you're going to see it tomorrow on Monday. Okay? You're going to see whatever, and most likely, here's what I believe you're going to see. If you look closely, you're going to see different people saying, they took my money. They took my money. What do you think is going on in France? You think people are burning down France because they moved, they added 2 years to be able to get your pension? No. No. So they're mad because their money got took. That's what makes sense. It doesn't make sense that everybody in France, right, is burning France down because they moved the pension plan back 2 years. That doesn't make sense. What makes sense is that people's money got took, right? You have no access to your money unless you play by our rules, which is the CBDC. That's what makes sense. Okay, let's listen to this guy for a second.
The government is panicking. I'm your host, Steve Van Meter, and thanks for joining me today. In our lead story today, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen called for an emergency closed-door meeting on Friday with some of the government's top officials in the banking and finance industry. And this meeting comes at a time when outflows from small and mid-sized banks continue to threaten the insolvency of more banks. We're going to take a look at why she called for this meeting and what the real purpose was behind it. You'll be shocked to find out the truth.
Now, he's not going to go in. He doesn't even understand the truth. Not once through this 14-minute tirade does he go into what they have planned, which is the CBDC. Okay, what do the banks crashing actually mean? It's a controlled implosion so that they can move to the next phase of what it is that they have planned. Not once did he mention Fed now. He's talking market. He's talking trading. Okay, this dude is about money and the stock market and all of that. That's what he knows. He don't know what the hell is going on, right? So he's not going to give that information. I'll let him talk.
And we're now hearing from Bank of America's top equity analyst who's saying it's time to get out of stocks. We're going to put this to the test to see if he's right or wrong. Plus, we're going to take a look to see how the economy is interpreting and weathering the storm of the banking crisis. Well, with that, you might just be surprised. Let's head over to CNBC, where we picked today's story up with a headline. Nearly $100 billion in deposits pulled from banks. Officials call system, though, sound and resilient.
Okay, so that says it all right there. Nearly $100 billion in deposits are pulled from people are running to get their money in, which is crashing the whole system. So they called an emergency meeting, right? And they got their ducks in a row. And I believe, speaking as a man, they moved the timeline up. They don't have until the first week of April to start the program. They don't have until July to start the Fed now. They're gonna Fed now. They have to Fed immediately. Move the timeline up, okay, because they know it that they have but a short time. And then after that, they say officials call system sound and resilient. What system is that? That's the CBDC system, where it's going. So, nothing to worry about over here. And this is a dog whistle to those that are running the show, not to the people down here that are about to get their money took and forced into a new system of currency. Okay? So you got to be able to read between the lines. How is banks crashing and everything is okay? No, everything is okay for where it's going, which doesn't include the people that are getting their money took. Okay, it's pretty easy. All right, so now let's go here. Slovakia. Let's go here. Let's go to this guy who spells it out. See, he actually says these things. He actually fingers Deutsche Bank, right? And tells you
D2W2
what's going on. Wow. Okay, here we go.
April, I'm here.
Start from the top.
Today we're going to talk about Deutsche Bank and the market panic that it's causing.
Boom. So he comes out telling the truth. Deutsche Bank, if Deutsche Bank is failing, right, that lets you know a lot. All right, so he comes out speaking about the crash, not, oh, here's how the market works and everything's going to be okay. No. Okay, so this is the Money GPS channel 20 hours ago. Deutsche Bank default odds rise higher, meaning this big bank, right? You know, big bank take little bank. Big bank is finna default. It's finna go down. All right. Bank crisis goes global. This is more truth. All right. Now, what do we have up here? Yellen calls Friday FSOC meeting after bank sector turmoil. Back to that emergency meeting, right? Well, what are they doing? What is the emergency meeting? Hey, y'all, huddle up. We gotta push the timeline up because this thing is falling out of control. Now, what is the answer to the banks failing? The CBDC. So if he's speaking on the CBDC, then we're getting somewhere. Okay, because again, what is Fed now? When does it start? Well, the pilot program starts in April, the first week of April. These are their words. All right. And then they're going to start the program in July, is what they've been saying for the last 3 months. Well, guess what? That plan is out the window now. All right.
Seems like the financial crisis is back on. Investors are worried. What's really going on behind the scenes? We're going to break that down today. The most important thing is what's going on inside of the markets beyond what you're going to see on the mainstream news, because a lot of that is made to make you be pacified. They don't want you to worry because they want your money to stay in with these corporations. But it's important to look at it on a different level. When we start to connect all the dots together, well, then you start to understand the full picture. You came here for the truth, so let me unveil that for you. We've got to look at Janet Yellen.
Now, he's still speaking from market perspective. And when I say market, I mean these people play the stock market. They know money. They don't know what's coming. They don't know that the Edomite is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And he's got a plan, right, to further his rulership on the earth, and it's not going to work. That's the plan. The plan is, how do we stop our kingdom from falling, which is in free fall right now? And they have a plan that they're going to go for. It's not going to work. In the middle of the Lord, we know about it, and we're exposing it. So let's let him talk. He is actually exposing some things, but not the whole enchilada. So let's go.
Yellen is actually convening the FSOC. I'll talk about that in a second. Basically, to calm the markets down. Everybody's concerned. There's starting to be reactions here. The Federal Reserve is going to have to cut interest rates soon enough, and they want to make sure that everything is A-OK. So that's where we'll start off. And we also need to look at what the impact here is as it relates to Deutsche Bank and the next one and the next one of all these dominoes to fall. So let me show you right here. Yellen calls Friday FSOC meeting after banking sector turmoil. Regulators seeking to calm the markets, depositor concerns. FSOC members include leaders of the Federal Reserve and the...
What? FSO what? Include what? Here's what's not being spoken, okay? FSOC members include leaders. See that? Leaders of what? Federal Reserve. Okay. Now, what is the name for the Federal Reserve? Okay, it's called Central Bank. What's the name of the central bank? The Federal Reserve. There it is. So the CB in CBDC is right here. Their hand is in it. So they had a meeting, okay? FSOC meeting. Yellen calls Friday FSOC meeting. Who was at the meeting? FSOC members include leaders of the Federal Reserve. So what was the meeting about? It was about CBDC. That's what it was about. Okay? Are they going to come out and tell you that? No, you have to figure it out. The meeting was about, wait a minute, if we wait any longer, this shit is going to blow up in our face. So we got to move the dates up. Okay? Now I'm going to cut this short. I don't have to, this guy's not going to come out and say what I'm saying. Okay? They're talking about, we still have a chance. No, that's not what it's about. This is what it's about. Fed now. Pilot. What is the FedNow pilot program? And why does that come right up? And when does it start? Okay. 7 months ago. So 7 months ago, they're talking about U.S. Treasury joins the FedNow pilot. When does the FedNow pilot begin? See how long ago these plans were in place for FedNow? Okay, pilot. The pilot is not the program. The program starts in July. Let's see. The Fed. See how they're hiding FedNow? FedNow, look at this. 2 years ago, FedNow pilot program. When does the FedNow pilot program start? Okay, well, let's find out. Let's find out. Okay, FedNow pilot program. When does it start? Since they had these plans going back. Look at this, January 25. Update, progress update, FedNow pilot program. When does it start? Okay, let's get the don't allow. Get out of there. Program starts, launch date. Okay. Okay. July launch, right? But that's not the pilot. What about the pilot? FedNow pilot launch. And what is the pilot? Okay. Okay, the long wait is almost over The Fed is aiming to officially launch FedNow. Now it's between May. When is this? February 7th. See how they're sneaking it up between May and July? Okay, hold it now. All right, March 15th. Let's find out when the pilot starts. Okay. Are they going to say it? This is the 16th. Waited. Informed by feedback from the FedNow pilot program. Okay, well, let's see what this says. I'm looking for the date for the pilot. Okay, as they hide it. See, because it's fluctuating now. Okay, FedNow scheduled to launch in July. Okay, how about the pilot? March. Okay, let's see. U.S. Central Bank announced Wednesday, March 15th, that the service will debut in July. Okay, how about the pilot? Okay, the Fed also detailed some of the preparations for the launch. In the first week of April, it will begin certifying participants with early adopters, right? Completing a customer testing and certification program. This is the pilot right here. Okay? It says the launch of FedNow will be the culmination of a 4-year effort, a pilot program that involved more than 100% participants. So the pilot is about getting all these banks that are failing right now to agree to move to the CBDC. That's what the pilot is before it supposedly starts in July. But what's going on is this thing is crashing and burning in everybody's face. So they called an emergency meeting to do what? To move everything up. Okay? July launch, right? In the first week of April, that's the pilot. Okay? And the pilot is to gather everybody that failed together and get them to commit to the CBDC, right? So that it'll all be in place before July. But since everything is failing quicker than they thought right now, they had to change it up. FedNow kicks off pilot phase ahead of ahead of 2023 launch. Okay, yeah. All right, so when? The first week of April, right? Let's see. That's what they keep saying. The news. Da da da. Okay, pilot test fed now. Press release. Give me a date. Give me a date. Am I missing it? Anyway, we already know. Okay? We know what's going on. So this see how they're not coming out and saying it. That means they're hiding it. And when was this anyway? May 3rd? Oh, that's 2022. Okay. Might be before they came with a date. May 2022. Try one more. No. Nope. Get out of there. Nope. I know you're doing it anyway. Yeah. A testing phase, right? We don't believe that. Anyway. And there's algorithms and there's AI to go in and erase what they don't want you to see. When things change, they got to expunge it from the net. August 30, 2022. Pilot payment. Let's do this. FedNow pilot launch date, first week of April. Let's make them say it. Okay. July. So look at this. All July. Everything says July. I said first week of April. Why is July coming up? Because they already went in and they switched the algorithm. And this ain't going to happen in no July neither. Okay. Why is nothing saying anything about April? Okay. First week of April. Okay, this is the only thing I see. And March 16th. Okay. You see how you gotta look at this. Now, this is what? Okay. Look at this. What does this say? Federal Reserve now. Federal Reserve confirms July launch, instant payment service. Now, where does it say first week in April, though? Where does it say that? The Fed said it'll begin the formal instrument of actors during the first week of April in what? Medication. What the hell? For the launch. What? That's what I'm looking for. Okay, and we'll go ahead and close. This was on March 16th. This month, okay, and here's what, okay, so March 16th, and today is the 26th, I believe. So Friday would be the 23rd. So they called a meeting after this on the 23rd, right? And Yellen, right? Janet Yellen, damn. What did she do? She switched it up. That's what she did. She had to.
Don't get me wrong.
This thing is crashing and burning. So she had to switch it up. All right? And we're watching. The men of the Lord, we're watching right here. Yellen calls Friday, 23rd, FSOC meeting after banking sector turmoil. All right? So are they going to wait a week to start their pilot program, or are they going to start the program even though they ain't ready next week? So what I believe this means that they have to hurry up, right? Let's get that. I believe that they're about to do what is called a is it a bank in? Uh, uh, it's where they take everybody's money. A bail in, Slovakia. What is a bail in? Okay, let's look up bail in and then we'll get Revelation 12. Let's see. Day trader, let's get bail in. Day trader, let's get bail in. B-A-I-L. Bank bail in. You really have to make this computer tell you things that it don't want to tell you. Okay. And let me just tell you this. See, they're going to explain bail-in in a way that you don't understand it. Right? A bail-in is when they just take your money. Whatever money you believe you have in your account, they can come and take it and claim it for themselves because it doesn't really belong to you. Right? That's why the people in France are burning down the country because of a bail-in. Right? Not because of, oh, my pension. Right? That's what a bank bail-in is. It's when they take your money. A bailout is what they do when they give a bunch of money to the bank because the bank made some bad, what they call make bad investment. They lost at the crap table. So they give them some more money to bail them out. A bail-in is when the money that they give them belongs to you. All right? So here's where we are right now. They have to hurry up. Revelation 12 and 12, I'm going to end it on this. Therefore, rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. This devil's mad. Oh, you came and got your money out of the bank? Well, watch what I do now. I'm going to take what money you thought you had. And now France is on fire. Because he knoweth that he hath what? But a short time. That short time, the Most High is making shorter the days. Okay? He's shortening the days. Right? And the devil, you don't have till next week to start the pilot program. You don't have until July of this year to bring in your FedNow or your CBDC. You got to do it now, which means you got to go take people's money, and that's going to set this place on fire. Ask France. Okay? One more. Is it 22? Matthew 24 and 22, and except those days should be shortened. Why does the devil have but a short time? See that word short? The Most High is making the days short. There should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. That's giving the devil less time to do what he had planned. Your plans go way back? No. Got to change them plans. Janet Yellen. Switch it up, y'all. We ain't got no time left. All right, so with that, we hope that the elect will edify you, brothers and few sisters. With that, shalom.